Good morning. I just left the gym. It feels so good. I follow a pelvic floor influencer, a pelvic floor PT, and she has hundreds of thousands of followers. She creates incredible content. Until recently, she posted a reel that said, can we pee in the shower? Is it okay to pee in the shower? Is it safe to pee in I don't know, something to that nature. Should you pee in the shower? Or can you pee in the shower? Whatever it was. And her answer was absolutely. And in the caption, she uses the word, she's like, yeah, absolutely. It's even more convenient. And I think as moms, the word convenient, we grab onto, because anything we can make more convenient right now in these stages, we're like, let me do it. So that was like the third thing I found wrong that I didn't like about the reel, because we have got to get away from the messaging that taking care of ourselves, women taking care of themselves is inconvenient. It's not inconvenient to take care of ourselves. And it's very first world problems to have to sit down on a toilet. Right? Okay, so second, further down in her caption, which a lot of people don't read the caption. I know this by my comments section. A lot of times I'm like, oh, you didn't read the caption. So when you read the caption, it's like, unless you can't control it, because now we're like flirting with pelvic floor dysfunction. Those aren't her words per se, but that's the message. If you can't control it, then we could be having pelvic floor dysfunction. And here's the thing about bladder functionality, and we know this because of all the training we go through as pelvic floor therapists. Our habits impact the way our bodily functions work. So when you train your bladder, that every time you step in the shower, a lot of times we train our bladders on how we want it to behave unknowingly. We go pee just in case, we pee in the shower, we rush to pee, all these little habits that we do, our nutrition, our hydration, all these, how we even get out of bed, all these tiny bit of habits influence the way our bladder functions. So when we're encouraging ourselves, or we turn on the shower, we get in, we pee, because it's relaxing. Water's an absolute natural initiator of flow anyway. So now our body does not know if we're in the shower, if we're brushing our teeth, if we're caught in the rain. It has no idea. It just knows water's a-flowing, and so are we. So the message, I'm just really into prevention. Why even test the waters? Let's just prevent dysfunction. And I know this is true, one, because of all the training. I've never been in a pelvic floor training where that is a habit that they're like, yeah, it's no big deal. Never once. And maybe she has a lot more training than me. Maybe we've been trained in different areas. But because her caption says, unless it becomes an issue, which we know it will become an issue, because the habits we do chronically impact our function, good or bad. So I'm like, why not prevent pelvic floor dysfunction? She also made another reel. It's like, wiping front to back or back to front, it doesn't matter. It does matter, because why would you even chance bringing that towards the vaginal opening, that bacteria? So and all her content is so good. And then there's these little tidbits where I'm like, why even chance it? Because it impacts quality of life and participation in occupations. It's so, okay, I'm getting intense, so I'm going to bring it down. The important part is that water is a natural trigger. Two, if we train our bladders to do it with running water, it does not understand if we're in the shower or if we're washing dishes at a girlfriend's house or we're caught in the rain. So we don't want to train our bladder to be like, water, and we pee. Because we're not always in the shower. If we were always guaranteed to be in the shower, then that's different, but we're not. And your body, your bladder, your brain, they don't decipher that. No matter how bad you're like, no, we're not in the shower. And there's different severities of it, but the point is, can we prevent it? Can we prevent it? The other thing is you are in a standing position where your muscles are activated. So we're encouraging possible pushing, and that can prolapse, or we're not emptying completely. That's why not prevent it by good, healthy habits? I still love her content. I really do. And I respect her as a therapist because she's helping changing the world with pelvic floor dysfunction. I'm not going to agree with every therapist, and that's okay. This is not an attack on her. We just have different views, and that is okay. In her view is she is 100% right. My view is I'm 100% right, or 98% right. I'm always good with some molding and education. I just think if we can prevent it. Right? Am I wrong? Am I totally out there? I don't know. So, and there might not be significant research to back up what I'm saying. And she might have research where I have not read where it's peeing in the shower doesn't increase urgency. But I have never seen that in clinical experience. And you have got to pull that in to how you practice. You just do. Another great example of why not prevent something if we can prevent it. So you have surgery for prolapse. Why are we not automatically protocoling this, that's a new word, rehab afterwards? Women have hysterectomies, they have partial hysterectomies, they have these bladder slings, and then they prolapse again and again and again. And it's why are we not looking at women prolapse without vaginal births? So oftentimes when we're I prolapsed because I had babies. I'm done having babies, so I'll never prolapse again. That is not the truth. That is not how it always goes. I prolapsed at 19 years old. I never had children. I didn't have children at 19. So we have to look at position, posture, how to make our pelvic floor stronger, how we breathe, all of those mechanical things absolutely influence prolapse. I just hate this for this woman. I hate it for her. My heart hurts. Remember never to compare your day 1 to someone's day 5,000.